Yeah. Great grandmama picked cotton in the Mississippi heat. Never learned to read, but she could read a cheat. Passed down a fire that they couldn't put out. 4 generations later, that's what I'm about. Yeah. She was born on a plantation where the free wasn't free. Sharecropper contracts and the debt you couldn't flee. Counted every bell in her head for the man, cause the ledger always lied by the length of his hand. She'd memorize the numbers that the boss couldn't see. Whisper to the others about the theft and the fee. Couldn't sign a name, but she knew every sum. Kept the whole community from being undone. Great grandmama picked cotton in the Mississippi heat. Never learned to read, but she could read a cheat. Passed down a fire that they couldn't put out. 4 generations later, that's what I'm about. Yeah. She sent her daughter walking 12 miles to the school, the colored kids' schoolhouse, with the one wooden stool. Said you're gonna learn letters that I never could. Gonna do all the things that they said we never would. That daughter raised my mama with a book in her hand. Mama got a diploma, bought a little piece of land. Each one climbing higher on the last one's back. Ever wrong a woman who refused to look back. Grandmama picked cotton in the Mississippi heat. Never learned to read, but she could read a cheat. Passed down a fire that they couldn't put out. 4 generations later, that's what I'm about. I got a law degree hanging on my office wall, but I hear her in the courtroom every time I stand tall. The woman who could count what she couldn't yet write runs through my blood every time that I fight. Now I sue the same companies that cheated her kin. Wage theft, land theft, all the ways that they win. Stand in front of the judge with her mouth in my chest. Every case that I win is a passing the test. I keep a bowl of cotton in a frame on my desk. Reminder of the woman who was second to none best. So they picked the wrong family to try and hold down. 4 generations later and I'm wearing the crown. Mama raised us in a trailer on lot number 9. Rust on the siding, but the porch light shine. She made a palace out of nothing but her will. That single white is standing in my memory still. Yeah, 3 kids and a mattress on the fold-out floor when the wind came whistling underneath the front door. Mama stuffed the cracks with the newspaper sheets, sang us gospel songs so we forget we couldn't eat. Worked the breakfast diner in the night shift store, came home smelling like coffee. And the mop on the floor never let us see a cry, kept it all inside. Said we're rich in the ways that the money can't provide. Mama raised us in a trailer on lot number 9. Rust on the siding, but the porch light shine. She made a palace out of nothing but her will. That single white is standing in my memory still. Christmas she been saving in a coffee can for months. 1 good gift each and she'd act like it was plenty once. Neighbor kids had bicycles and games in a stack. We had a mama's love that they couldn't match back. The landlord raised the rent when he knew we couldn't pay. Mama took a 3rd job just to make us stay. I heard her praying quiet by the kitchen sink. Lord, just give me strength, that's all I need, I think. Mama raised us in a trailer on lot number 9. Rust on the siding, but the porch light shine. She made a palace out of nothing but her will. That single white is standing in my memory still. All 3 of us made it, all 3 of us grown. Nurse and a teacher in a house of my own. Every one of us built on the back that she gave. The strongest kind of woman that the good Lord made. Bought her a house with a porch in the yard. Took every dollar and I saved it real hard. Handed her the keys and she just stood and cried. Said, baby, all I ever wanted was you satisfied. She still keeps that coffee can up on the shelf. Fills it for the trailer park kids herself. So the porch light passes on down the line. From a mama in a trailer on lot number 9. But he wore it dirty too. Taught me right from wrong by the wrong things he do. So I took up the same badge and I wear it clean, fixing every crooked road that his boots had been. Small can of sheriff's office where the deals got made. Envelopes of cash and the desk I got paid. Daddy ran it all with an iron kind of grip. Looked the other way for the right little tip. I grew up watching men disappear in the night. Learned which question never got an answer, that's right. Mama begged him quit, it said the sin's gonna land. He just laughed and counted out the bills. And my daddy wore the badge, but he wore it dirty too. Taught me right from wrong by the wrong things he do. So I took up the same badge and I wear it clean, fixing every crooked road that his boots had been. He went down hard when a witness finally talked. Federal and diamond and the whole thing got walked. I was 22 watching him lead him away. Vowed I'd be the opposite of him every day. Went to the academy, came back to the town. The name they all hated when I put the badge down. Old boy smiled slick, figured I'd play the game. Learned real quick that I don't work the same. My daddy wore the badge, but he wore it dirty too. Taught me right from wrong by the wrong things he do. So I took up the same badge and I wear it clean, fixing every crooked road that his boots had been. First month I arrested my daddy's old friend. Same one took the payments back way back when. Whole town held his breath. Thought I'd let it slide. I read him his rights with my daddy ghost beside. For the first time in years, folks trust the badge again, they let go of the fears. I visit daddy's grave and I tell him the news. Says the count is finally clean of the ways that we lose. He gave me a lesson that he never intended. Showed me every broken thing that had to be mended. So I wear the same badge that he wore in the dirt, and I wear it clean now. That's how you heal the hurt. They said the farm was finished when my daddy passed on. Said a girl couldn't run it with the workers all gone. But I owned the tobacco when I brought in the crop. Every man who doubted watched me never stop. Daddy dropped in the field on a hot August day. Heart just quit beating in the middle of the hay. I was 25, the only child that he had. Everybody figured I would sell off the land. Banker came calling with a paper to sign. Said, sweetheart, let it go, it ain't a woman's design. But I worked that ground since the day I could walk. Knew every acre and I knew how to talk. They said the farm was finished when my daddy passed on. Said a girl couldn't run it with the workers all gone. But I owned the tobacco when I brought in the crop. Every man who doubted watched me never stop. The high crew quit when they heard I was boss. Figured the woman meant the season was a loss. So I called up the widows and the down on the luck. The ones that county rolled off said they didn't give a buck. We learned it together in the heat and the sweat. Brought in the harvest that they never forget. Auction house buyer said he never seen a leaf cured up so fine and it bigger belief. They said the farm was finished when my daddy passed on. Said a girl couldn't run it with the workers all gone. But I owned the tobacco and I brought in the crop. Every man who doubted watched me never stop. Same banker came got me through. Now I found the whole valley, bought the acres around. Biggest operation in the tri-county ground. All my crew are the ones that the world left behind. Widows and the broken and they harvest just fine. Daddies in the family plot by the old tobacco barn. I tell them every year I'm about to yield in the yarn. So they said it was finished, but they didn't know. A daughter and a dream and a will to make it grow. 200 miles every Sunday I drive to sit in a prison, keep my brother alive. The system took a boy and it tried to take his soul, but I held on to the thread and I kept him whole. He was 17, wrong place in the wrong crowd. Took a charge for a friend, wouldn't say it out loud. Public defender that he met for 10 minutes flat. Prosecutor wanted numbers, and my brother was there. Mama couldn't take it, so she stayed at the door. I loaded up the Buick and I drove to the core. Every Sunday morning, before the sun would rise, 200 miles just to look in his eyes. 200 miles every Sunday I drive to sit in a prison, keep my brother alive. The system took a boy and it tried to take his soul, but I held on to the thread and I kept him whole. The years tried to harden him, the walls tried to steal. The gentle little brother that I knew was real. So I brought him books and I brought him the news, photographs of home, so we never confused who he was inside from the number they gave. Reminded him weekly that the man ain't a slave to the worst single thing that he did as a kid. Kept telling him different from what the system did. 200 miles every Sunday I drive to sit in a prison, keep my brother alive. The system took a boy and it tried to take his soul, but I held on to the thread and I kept him whole. I learned the law myself at the kitchen table, knife on the floor when the case found the wrong in the right. 10 years and I filed what the lawyers had missed. Judge read it over and my brother got dismissed. He walked out a free man at 31 years. Fell into my arms and we let go of the tears. Now we mentors, the boys who were walking the line. Tells them about the sister who drove all that time. I went back to school, got the law degree true. Fight for the forgotten that the system runs through. So 200 miles wasn't wasted or lost. It was love keeping vigil no matter the cost. Daddy was a preacher with a serpent in his hand. Faith like a fire that I couldn't understand. I walked away from the venom and the fear. Found a gentle Jesus and he drew me near. Little white church at the top of the ridge, speaking tongues and the snakes in the leap of the bridge. Daddy lift the rattlers and he danced in the aisle. Congregation shouting in a dangerous style. Mama got bit when I was only 8. Refused, the doctor said it's the Lord's own gate. Watched her arms swelling in the candle's dim glow. Prayed all night at her bedside, whoa. Daddy was a preacher with a serpent in his hand. Faith like a fire that I couldn't understand. I walked away from the venom and the fear. Found a gentle Jesus and he drew me near. She lived but it changed something deep down in me. Started asking questions about the God I couldn't see. Daddy said doubt was the devil's own seed. Beat the questions out of me, said faith's all I need. But I read the same Bible in the light of my room. Found a Jesus of mercy in the shadow and gloom. One who healed the sick, didn't gamble their breath. One who came bringing life, not a dance with death. Daddy was a preacher with a serpent in his hand. Faith like a fire that I couldn't understand. I walked away from the church where the doors open wide, no snakes and no shame, and just a grace on the side of broken. In the devil find a home in my pew. The ones who got wounded by the harsh and untrue. Daddy passed last winter and I preached at his grave. Loved the man he was, even the parts I couldn't save. So I carry the faith, but I carry it light. A gentle kind of gospel and it feels just right. I pawned my granddaddy's fiddle for the rent that was due. Swore I'd buy it back and I swore it was true. Took me 7 long years, but I walked back in. Brought it home to the family where it always had been. Granddaddy played that fiddle every Saturday night. Barn dances and weddings by the lantern light. Left it to me dying, said keep the music alive. It's the soul of this family, keep it playing, survive. But the winter came hard and the baby got sick. Doctor bill stacking and the choices came quick. Music or medicine, the fiddle or the bill. Walked into the pawn shop and I'm hearing it still. I pawned my granddaddy's fiddle for the rent that was due. Swore I'd buy it back and I swore it was true. Took me 7 long years, but I walked back in. Brought it home to the family where it always had been. Every month I walk by just to see through the glass. Prayed nobody bought it, prayed the time wouldn't pass. Worked doubles at the diner, saved up every dime. Watched the price tag rising like it mocked all my time. Baby got better in the years, rolled along, but I never stopped humming Granddaddy's old song. Told my daughter the story of the fiddle we lost. Said we're getting it back, girl, no matter the cost. Stop on my granddaddy's fiddle for the rent that was due. Swore I'd buy it back and I swore it was true. Took me 7 long years, but I walked back in. Brought it home to the family where it always had been. The old pawn man smiled when I laid down the cash. Said I kept it in the bag, wouldn't sell it for trash. Knew you'd come back, for I seen it in your face. Some things belong in a particular place. Plays that fiddle every Saturday night. Same barn, same land, same golden light. I taught her granddaddy songs, note for note. Watched the whole family sing every word that he wrote. The fiddle's back home where it always should stay, and I'll never let it leave again, no matter the day. So we lost it for a while, but we brought it on home, and the music of the family will never be alone. Mama called babies for 40 long years. Middle of the night, through the storms and the fears. Every child in a howler came to her 2 hands. Now I carry it back where my mama once stands. Deep in the mountains where the doctor wouldn't go. Mama had the knowing that the old women know. Bag by the door in a truck that would run off through the darkness for the rising of the sun. Rich or poor, it didn't matter to her heart. Colored or white, she would play the same part. Never lost a mother that she could have saved. Wrote every birth in a ledger she'd engraved. My mama called babies for 40 long years. Middle of the night, through the storms and the fears. Every child in the holler came to her 2 hands. Now I carry the bag where my mama once stands. The hospital opened in the valley one day. Told my mama her ways were old and passé. Said a woman with no license was a danger and a crime. Tried to shut her down for the very last time, but the mountain folk trusted her more than the new. So they kept on calling when the labor came through. She'd send them to the doctor if the trouble was deep, but the simple one she caught in the secret she'd keep. My mama called babies for 40 long years. middle of the night, through the storms and the fears. Every child in the holler came through her 2 hands. Now I carry the bag where my mama once stands. She trained me at her side from the time I was 10. Taught me all knowing of the way in the wind. Then she sent me to the city for the license and degree. Said take the old wisdom and you make it free. Now I'm a nurse midwife with the paper on the wall, but I carry mama's bag when I answer the call. My heart and in the old ways, I braid them into one. Catch babies in the holler neath the mountain sun. Mama's in the churchyard, but the ledger's on my shelf. Every birth I write down, I can hear her herself. So the holler keeps birthing in the hands, carry through from a mama to a daughter, and the love that we do. I bought the diner cash where I used to bust the plates. Same greasy little counter off the interstate. They said a waitress girl couldn't own the joint. Now the name on the deed is proven on the point. Started there 16 with a pad and a pen. Rudest kind of customers and the lowest of men. On the skim my tips and he'd holler and he'd grope. Every shift I swallowed it and clung to the hope that one day I'd have something that was mine to keep. Not a paycheck disappearing while I'm losing my sleep. I watched how we ran it, watched the good and the bad. Learned the whole business from the worst boss I had. I bought the diner cash where I used to bust the plates. Same greasy little counter off the interstate. They said a waitress girl couldn't own the joint. Now the name on the deed is proven on the point. Hold on to win under when he drank it all away. Bank put the diner up for sale one great day. I've been saving 15 years in the coffee can stash. Walked in with a lawyer and a fist full of cash. The realtor almost laughed when he saw who I was. Said this ain't for you, honey, but the money's the call. Signed on the line and I took the front key. That greasy little counter finally belonged to me. I bought the diner cash where I used to bust a plate. Same greasy little counter off the interstate. They said a waitress girl couldn't own the joint. Now the name on the deed is proven on the point. First thing I did was I raised the whole staff pay. No groping, no skimming, treat them right. Every day the girls that get hired get a fair, honest deal. Cause I know how it feels when the boss makes you kneel. Best pie in the county, that's what I'm told. I hide the runaways and the down on the luck. Teach them there's a future in a little bit of pluck. The dope boss came in once, didn't know it was mine. Ordered up a coffee and I poured it just fine. Told him on the house, cause I ain't like you. Then I watched him leave the diner, then my hard work grew. Grandma kept a shotgun by the old front door. Raised 8 kids alone when the war took 4. She taught me a woman don't wait to be saved. You stand on your own 2 feet and you stay brave. Grandpa didn't come back from the fight overseas. Left her with the children and the mortgage and the keys. Kinda said a widow better find her a man. Grandma said I managed with my own 2 hands. Ran the whole farm and she ran a tight ship. Kept the shotgun loaded on the mantelpiece lip. When the bank man came smiling with the foreclosure, she met him on the porch and he made a fast retreat. Grandma kept a shotgun by the old front door. Raised 8 kids alone when the war took 4. She taught me a woman don't wait to be saved. You stand on your own 2 feet and you stay brave. her, she'd have none of that. Traded eggs for the doctor, kept the family fat. Sold the clothes, grew the food, chopped the winter wood. Did every single job that they said no woman could. When the drifter came, prowling around the hen house at night. Grandma fired one shot and she settled it right. Never had to fire twice in all of her years, cause the whole county knew about the widow's frontiers. Grandma kept a shotgun by the old front door. Raised 8 kids alone when the war took 4. She taught me a woman don't wait to be saved. You stand on your own 2 feet and you stay brave. Sharp and clear, told me on her deathbed with her voice in my ear. Don't you ever let a soul make you feel you're too small. You come from a woman who stood 10 feet tall. Now I keep a shotgun by my own front door, not for the firing but for what it stands for. A woman who refused to be a victim or a fool, who raised up a family by her own hard rule. I run my own business and I answer to me. Every board meeting, she's the ghost that I see, so they can keep their saving and the damsel design. I come from a woman with a shotgun and a spine.